Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining Lunchtime Live with Lady Doctor. I am happy that you're here. Good afternoon, good afternoon. Good afternoon, good afternoon. Glad to see you guys. For whatever reason, my music would not play today. You know, I have issues with when it comes to the playing the music. It was doing fine earlier today. I don't know what happened to the sound. All of a sudden, my sound is. I don't know. It happens, but I'm glad you guys are here. It's frustrating, but it happens. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. I don't know who came in and turned my sound down. I was doing just fine. All right. I don't know if it's the trick of the enemy or what, because I'm trying to play music from our new EP. The Few, I was trying to play Fresh Fire or Rescue Me or any one of our new songs from our CD, our EP rather. And for whatever reason, it's not playing. If my sons are watching, maybe somebody can come in here and help me. Okay, because I can't seem to get my music to play. I didn't get a chance to set up my little office space. I am running hither, thither, and yon. I have a lot going on in my life, but I'm grateful to God that you are all here. Good afternoon. I see Mantra. I see my mom. Hey, Mom. I see Beta. Thank you for coming. Netame, good to see you. Denise Green, good to see you. That's my sister. Everyone says they can hear me well. It was the music I was trying to play. Hi, Carolyn. Hi, Cheryl. Hey, my sister Marion is here. Thank you so much. Yeah, the weather is beautiful. Good afternoon, Doreen and Linda Stallings and Ariel. Ariel, send somebody in here to please come and figure out why my music is not playing. It was playing well on my iPad before I left here, and now I came back, and now my music is not playing. So I'm going to need you guys to stop coming in my office doing stuff. And I'm going to show you one of my darling co-workers. That's Rocky. Rocky is working with us, and I got a new picture because he's getting ready to go to high school. I'm excited. So we have a wonderful topic today, and we're going to get started. Just waiting for a few more of you to join in. Hey, Beverly, as you can tell, we are 1 hour behind today. We normally do our lunchtime live hour is 1 o'clock. Did someone come in and turn my iPad sound down?
No.
Okay, why don't I hear Fresh Fire? It was on. I was having good service in my office, and somebody messed it up.
Let's try this.
I did that already.
You did?
Shut up.
Why is it working when I'm doing it?
Shut up. Get out. Okay, that was unprofessional. I turned the thing up. He said the volume was down. Anyway, here's the music. We have so much fun. Here we are. This is one of the songs from the if you didn't get it, it's an EP with 3 songs written by me. I wrote one of the songs. My son wrote one of the songs, and my husband wrote one of the songs, but my son is singing all of the songs, and he is phenomenal. It's just a song that's going, a CD that is going to bless your life. So I'm going to turn it down a little bit. Okay, so A Man's Touch. Oh boy, you're killing me over here. Thank you so much. I'm not even going to tell you about the time I was on my cell phone calling my daughter in a panic. What happened to my phone? I just had it. It was just, and she said, "Is that the phone you talking on?" And I just hung up. Don't tell nobody. So I have moments where I black in and I black out. But today I'm in, even though Linda, thank you, Linda Stallings. Volume always works better when you turn it up. You know, y'all got jokes today. Okay, y'all trying to come for me today. It's all right. I'm here for it. I can handle it. I'm good. So anyway, I want you to get a fresh fire when you get an opportunity. Download it. I'm just gonna phase it down so that I can hear myself talking. See, it's the problem. It's not the iPad. It's my finger. My finger doesn't work. When I do it, it doesn't work. You wouldn't believe it. Okay, nobody believes me. My finger doesn't have any power. Okay, so let's get at it. Let me just share, as you probably know by now, because we've been flooding the timeline with all of the activities that's been going on in our lives, centered around our work, our passion, our love for Jesus, our love for the people of God, and the power of God to help us maintain wealth. And so we've been talking about all of that, and we've got a lot going on. So this month, the month of June, has blossomed. You know, April showers bring May flowers, and May brings blooming, and June blooms of June. And so it happens to be so that even during this pandemic, we do not disregard the pain and suffering that's going on. We do not disregard the pain and suffering that's going on in our community. And we're getting civil, having civil action going on. There's a lot going on in our world right now, and we are here for all of it. But we don't want to take away from that. But in the midst of all that, people still need to be encouraged. People still need to be lifted up. Hearts still need to be mended. And so music does that. Music does that. Poetry does that. And the arts do that. And so that's what we are about. We are about ministry non-traditionally. We are about bringing ministry in such a way it changes hearts and it changes minds. So we're not billionaires. So we don't really put out projects that cost $1 million to produce. Not now, anyway. We do the best we can with what we have. We are working, and it's going right into our subject for the day. So I see you, Joshua Richardson. I hope you're on from YouTube. We're going to get right into our subject. This works right into it. In the midst of everything that's going on, my one family decided that we would use the gifts that God has given us and make things work. So for years, I've been writing plays, I've been writing books, I write everything. And so we performed plays, we performed little situations, and we just kind of enjoyed our art gifts, and our children used them. We used and abused them. We put them in plays. We put them in and singing opportunities. They sang praise and worship in the church. They sang with the plays. They wrote songs. Eventually, we will push out of you anything, any gift that is in you. That's what we do. One, because we need you. Two, because you need to know you have the ability to do this and see yourself in another perspective of life. And so we've been doing it. So we wrote this play. Bishop came up with this idea, You Call Me Ugly, a play that would confront, excuse the light in my eyes, I don't have my other light today. It's just one of those days. You Call Me Ugly is a play that depicts another kind of ugly inside of people. Even though they're beautiful on the inside, beauty is only skin deep if you're ugly on the inside. So we want to make this play. And so we pushed this play. The play went all the states, different down south, all over the place. And then we decided to turn that play into a movie. So in a play, you have to have short segments that allude to certain things. But when you can do a movie, you can tell the full story. And so that's what we did. We made the play, you enjoyed the play, and then we made a movie. So somebody's still looking for the play, you never saw the play. Well, that play is going to be available to you on Amazon. Either it might be there right now. So check your Amazon Prime and look for You Call Me Ugly. That would be the play. That was some years ago. You'll see that some of our characters have grown up by the time we did the movie a little bit. And so the play. And then we made this movie. And last Friday, we released this movie. It took us about a year because, you know, we kind of low budget. We had to edit ourselves. We had to do a lot of stuff ourselves. We had Kenya Cagle and Cagle Vision working with us, and we really, really worked hard. We had to do a full movie after work at night. We had to leave Pennsylvania, run to New York, do our segment, run back to Pennsylvania to be at work. It was not one of those, you know, superstars that could just stay in the studio all day long, all day. Everybody had full-time jobs. We were working, and we were running from Pennsylvania to New York, Pennsylvania at night, midnight, half asleep, trying to make a movie. And let me tell you something, we finally made that movie. And so you will see some flaws, you will see some funny, you know, I look at wonderful movies and I'm wondering, how's this car moving and it only got 3 tires? You know, some things you pick up, but you'll see some of those things. So don't bother to send me notes about things you saw. You know, hey, look, I was watching a phenomenal show, a series about the winter is coming. Winter, you know that show, and they had a Dunkin' Donuts coffee cup in a scene. Now, you know, that show was from years ago. They had no Dunkin' Donuts, but people make mistakes. That's all I'm saying. And so the movie is out. People are watching the movie. People are enjoying the movie. And I want to thank you all for your support of the movie. So now check it. This is June. We got plays, we got movies, and then we have a new EP out with 3 fresh new songs. And then on top of that, we have the soundtrack for the movie that just dropped on Friday. So it's a lot going on. In the midst of that, June 2nd was my birthday. June 6th is Bishop's birthday. June 15th is my son's birthday. It is a celebration time. We're having all kinds of celebration, and our church was phenomenal. Showed up for us like I can't even believe. I was crying my eyes out. Love yesterday. Now, mind you, all that is on social media. All of that activity, all of that entertainment, everything that we're doing. And I'm writing books, and this is a lot going on. God is good. God is faithful. When I say, you've heard me say, when I go to bed, I want to deserve my sleep. That means I'm working while it's day, for the night cometh when no man should work. So I want to say the same thing when I die. I want to deserve my sleep. I'm going out of here empty, not full. Everything that's in me, I'm going to try my best to get it out to you. And I'm going to leave it right here for generations and generations to come. If it blessed you in 2020, it's going to bless somebody in 2030, 2040, 2100, whatever. It's going to be a blessing to everybody. So that's you. A good man leaves an inheritance for his children, and not just a good man leaving an inheritance, but people. When you live your life with purpose, you should leave something to offer somebody else. But somebody say, but with all of the things that you and I decide to do in our lifetimes, people who have purpose, people who understand that we're a small part of a big thing, people who understand that your part matters, people who understand that you don't live for yourself, you live for your community, you live for God's people, you live for the world around you, and everything that you do is a contribution to the world. If you don't think like that, if you all about getting rich and die trying, money, 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 blinging yourself out, get off my live, because I ain't talking to you today. I'm talking to people who have purpose, and people who have desires, and people who have a heart to do something good for the world. Now, Here's the flip side. It's not even a downside. It's a flip side, because I won't even say it's down when you're expecting it. It's called envy. Envy. And so today I want to double down on, well, not double down, I want to double up on our conversation about envy. Envy is the big elephant in the room. Envy is the thing that causes relationships to break up. Envy is one of the things that causes good to go sour. And I want to show you how it's done. Then I'm going to try my best to show you how to cure it. And I call it a cold cure for envy, because it's something that can be done cold turkey. It's something that can be resolved before the end of this broadcast. It's not something that's going to take months and months to fix and change and all of like that. We are going to come to the end of this disease. Let me give you a scripture. The same scripture that we used before. I'm going to put it on the screen for you. And it says, that's the wrong one. I knew I was going to do that. Okay. A sound heart is the life of the flesh, but envy is rottenness to the bone. Okay? A sound heart is life to the flesh, but envy is rottenness to the bone. This is what God says about envy. I know that it is interchanged with the term jealous, but I want to show you that there is a distinct difference between jealousy and envy. Let me show you my way. There are people who are jealous, and jealousy can be good or bad. You can be godly jealous, or you can be jealous to the point where you want to accomplish something in your life, where you see what somebody else has done, you're happy for them, but you're jealous because you know you could have done something as well. That's a little different than envy. I always use this example. Somebody buys a piece of your cake. You sell cake. Somebody buys your chocolate cake. They eat the cake. They don't like the cake. They resolve in their spirit quietly that they will never buy your cake again. They didn't like it. But they're not going to ask for a refund. They're not going to call you up and tell you how you should have made the cake. They're simply not going to buy your cake anymore. They resolved that they supported you. They tried, but it's not their kind of thing. Then you have another person who buys the cake, hates the cake, but has to go on social media and say that they bought your cake, and say that the cake was terrible, and say that they will never buy it again, and say and say and say. That is different from somebody who simply didn't like your cake and resolved that they're not going to buy it again. To me, that is the difference between both of them. Didn't like it, but somebody took it to the next level. Envy takes it to the next level. So let me show you some of the scenarios where envy can cause destruction. Let's talk about relationships. Okay, I'm going to start with the marriage relationship, or the couple relationship. Okay, two people are married, two people are dating. Let's go there. The scripture says two are better than one, because they have a good reward for what? Their labor. I need you to stay with me. Two are better than one because they have a good reward for their labor. Now remember, the labor, they are working together. Two are better than one. This can be two friends starting a business. This can be a husband and wife. This can be a couple. This can be a dating relationship. This can be two sisters. two brothers, a sister and a brother, a family. Are you listening? Two are better than one. Now, that is one concept envy cannot stand, because envy says, I am better. And so once you start saying, I am better, you walk into the graveyard of envy. Now, we must understand that in order to combat envy, we must understand that two are better than one. Once we get that point together, we can move a little further. I don't care how great you are better with someone else. No man is an island. Are you hearing me? We all need each other. The entire world is coexisting upon each other. We need each other. And if you hear from Rabbi Daniel Lapin in his book, Business Secrets of the Bible, you will see that the more people that works together as a unified front, the more can be accomplished. This is simple math. 2 is greater than 1. 3 is greater than 2. 4 is greater than 3, as you can see. But envy goes against common intelligence. Envy goes against the natural phenomenon of life. That means 2 are better than 1. You cannot even reproduce unless you have 2. You need 1 of each to make another. And so that is one of the core concepts that can defeat envy on the ground walking. We need each other. I may not be as good at one thing as you are, but I'm good at something. And if we can find ourselves together, we can do more together. And once we understand that as a people, once we understand that as the human race, we will understand the power of unity. Now, envy is the monster that destroys unity. Let's talk about it. You have 2 people who are married together. They love each other. The thing about the man that the woman is in love with is phenomenal. The thing about the woman that the man is in love with is phenomenal, until envy. Envy happens when one starts to compare themselves with the other. Now, we are supposed to be working in a partnership, in a teamwork. So that means if it's a partnership, I have my part and he has his part. I can't effectively do my part if I'm trying to supervise his part. He can't effectively do his part if he got to stop every 5 minutes and check me on my part. When we start doing that, then we start thinking, if I were to do it, I would do it this way. But this is not your part. So it doesn't even matter how you would do it. Oh God. It matters how you're doing your part. And so am I saying that you can't help your partner do his part better or her part better? Of course you can. But that has to be solicited help. If they ask you for help, give them some help. But for God's sake, do not stop doing your part, criticizing somebody else's part. In a group, I watch my kids sing, or the few. They got together the last minute and got together and started singing. One was singing soprano, one was singing tenor, one was singing alto. So those 3 had the same words, but 3 different parts. They had 3 different, the soprano line, the alto line, and the tenor line. You know the one, and they keep switching their note to the one that's standing next to them. You can't sing when you do that, because you're not a good singer, because you are distracted by the sound that is going on next to you. You are a good singer when you can hold your line, when you can hold your key and stay in your key. If you stay in your key, the soprano stays in their key, the alto stays in their key, tenor in their key. When they sing together, you get a phenomenal sound. When somebody is off, it changes the entire sound. Now we have to start living for the sound and not for ourselves. When you live for the sound, one band, one sound, when you live for the sound, you practice your part. That is what you do to make the sound. Am I talking right? Is anybody listening to me out there? That is what you do to make the sound right. I'm going to do my line. I'm going to hold my line. I'm going to hold it down so that the sound is what it needs to be. And when we're in a marriage, in a relationship, I'm going to hold my part down, and I'm not going to spend my time worrying about somebody else's part. In the first place, I wouldn't have married that joker if I didn't think he could hold his part. You feeling me? I trusted his ability to hold his part and to hold his line. Why then would I try to stop doing mine and try to do his, or try to do both of them when both of us are in the room? That's not the way this goes. That's not the way this works. That's not how any of this works. And so if we're going to make it work, we all have to find our key, find our line, find our part, and work that thing together. Ride it till the wheels fall off and get the right sound. And so that's what we should be endeavoring to do. But envy now causes us to look at each other and compare each other and compare ourselves to one another. I see it all the time. We're trying to have counseling with couples, and each one of them is trying to bury the other one. We're in the meeting trying to help the team, but the individuals are trying to bury each other. Who is the worst one in the relationship? I'm bad, but he's worse. I'm bad, but she did this. He did that, and she did this, and he did that, and she did that. I get it. We're trying to come to a resolve because apparently you're not hearing each other, so you need another party. I get it. I understand, because in the multiplicity of counseling, there is strength. It's good to get counseling, but you don't come to counseling guns loaded. You don't come to counseling ready to kill each other or to prove a point. You don't come to counseling ready to prove a point that who's the best, not the best. Are you with me? Are you with me? Okay, good. You come to counseling trying to get the best result for the team. And you can always tell when somebody's trying to prove the other one is worse. You remember Solomon had these two women who said, one of them said, I had a newborn baby when I went to sleep. I woke up and my son was dead, but I realized it wasn't my son. Another woman had a baby and her son died, and she replaced my son with the new child. And so now these two are going at each other about who's the worst mother. But Solomon goes to the team. The thing that we both love, the thing that we're both fighting about is the baby. Now let's cut the baby in half, and I'll give you a half and you a half. Let's see how that works out. It turns out that one of the mothers said, listen, let her have it. In her arms than have him. I'd rather have him alive, rather, in her arms than have him dead in mine or any of our arms. So that was the real mother. And so at some point, we got to find out who the real mother is in this problem and find out what the big deal is. What is the big picture? What happens if we could work this out? What happens if we could get past this dilemma? What happens if we can figure out how to get through this? Now let's see the big picture. That's how you defeat envy. You take yourself out of the equation as an individual and see this as a big picture. Family members fight for years and they hold things against each other for years because somebody's trying to prove that this one is a dirty dog. Yeah, once you prove that this one is a dirty dog, do you think for 1 minute that makes you any less of a dirty dog? You could be a dirty dog. along with that one. And I promise you, people who are looking for fault in other people, they have skeletons in their own closet. And if we flip the script and look in their closets, we're going to find out there's a bunch of dirty dogs around here. Everybody got a little dirty dog in them. But here's the problem. Here's the solution. If we could all get our dirty dogs together and work together, we'll be a dirty dog mess. Could nobody stop us? We'll be the dirty dog team, the pound puppies. My cousin got a group of guys that call themselves the pound puppies. Let me tell you something. Once you realize that a person could be wrong, they could be as wrong as two left shoes, but if they're making progress with their two left shoes on, and you around there not making progress because you happen to notice that they have two left shoes on. You can't move further because somebody else has two left shoes on. Meanwhile, they making moves with two left shoes on. I hope I'm talking to somebody. I hope I'm helping somebody right now. Let me explain something to you people. I need you to get this clear in your mind. People are hating Tyler Perry right now. I bring him up often because this man is a mover and a shaker. You got, as soon as he started making all these moves, I mean, great moves. He's making plays. They're all over the place. They're sold out everywhere. You got to get a ticket for Tyler Perry's anything months in advance. He's making moves. A man who pulled himself up by the bootstraps. A man whose testimony says he was living in his car. He was homeless, trying to make his dream work. He makes his dream work. And guess what people say? He's not even a real Christian because he's cussing in his plays. He's gay. He's this. Tyler Perry's blah, 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 blah. The wigs are terrible in his movie. Meanwhile, you ain't got no movie. I need you to understand that this is not helping us when we do these things. You can never get to what you hate upon. You can never aspire to what you hate. It's time for us to understand that if he's the producer of the movie and I bought a ticket, we working together. I'm watching the movie he made. So that makes us a team. I am on Tyler Perry's team and he don't even know my name, because I support him. And that's how business works. That's how the kingdom works. That's how the world works. We have to support one another. And support doesn't mean give me a discount, give me a family hookup, give me something for free. That's not what support is. Support is if I don't have the money to buy the product, if I don't have the money to go see the movie, I can get on social media and say, hey, watch this movie. That's all. That's what support is. Support is, I believe in you. And not only that, support says that I believe that I can do something. It may not be the same thing, but if I help you move what you're doing, then somebody will help me move what I'm doing. Envy blinds us to that. Envy causes us not to see the big picture. The big picture is give and it shall be given. The big picture is who you support comes back to you. Some people call it karma. I don't believe in karma. I believe in the word of God that says you reap what you sow. Not always, we're not in this, may not be in the same business, but listen, on my way to my business, I need my hair done. So I support somebody who does hair. After I come from my business, I need to eat and I'm too tired to cook. So I support somebody who sells food. Are you understanding me? I need my nails done. I need this. And I'm not going to start hating on people who product. I just won't buy it anymore. But I'm not going to destroy their name just because I was dissatisfied. I run a daycare center. Somebody just mentioned that. Joshua. That's Josh. Hey, Josh. Now I see. Now I know who I'm looking at. Joshua used to be in my daycare. I run a daycare center. It's not perfect. I got staff members. You never know what's going to happen. We try our best. We train. We do what we do. But we're doing our very best to serve our community. So you got a parent or two that's not happy, disgruntled. I get it. I'm sorry. Whatever happened, we apologize. But I can see you just take your child out to another daycare and live your life. But some people can't do that. They have to make a social spectacle and try to ruin your business because they were unhappy. That is the difference between jealousy and envy. Envy wants to hurt somebody. Envy wants to destroy somebody else. I gotta come here. I gotta go there. So you got other situations. You got a nice church. You join the church. It's a happy church. It's a beautiful church, and you love it. The music is nice. Everything is good. But it seems like every time you got to, it's always usually the praise team, the choir and the praise team. Just like heaven, Lucifer was the angel of music. He was made of music. And there's always trouble in the music department. At any rate, so you gotta choir, and I can speak to it because I know exactly what I'm talking about. I have children who work in ministry. I have children who never wanted to sing. We made them sing. I have children who never wanted to do anything in church, but we made them do it. And because of it, they became better and better and better. And now they love to do it. What happens to our pastor's children? So you got teamwork, right? But the pastor's children get the mic the most, or the pastor's children take over, or the pastor's children in charge of everything. It's a family. And so now everybody's envious of the pastor's children. They don't care what it took for the pastor's children to do what they're doing. What they miss is that the pastors, the congregation knows the pastor, knows the pastor's what. You know what the pastor is doing. You know what the church is doing. You know what the first lady is doing. But the children know the pastor's why. You see, it's a difference, knowing the what and knowing the why. Because the children know why we do what we do, they do it with the same passion that we do it with. They do it with the same heart that we do it with. They are not trying to make a superstar out of themselves, or they would not be doing it, because the pastor is supposed to know that the children have the same heart because they understand the why. And that's why the pastor's children are in charge of everything in some of these churches, because they also know the history. You just got here 15 minutes ago. These kids been here since day one. They know the tears. They know the struggle. They know the sacrifices. They know what the pastor has done to build this ministry. So you can come in and say, what a nice church this is. So I need to rebuke the spirit of envy. We need to rebuke the spirit of envy and work together. If the pastor's children got to lead, then be the best background you can possibly be. That's called teamwork, making the dream work. And I'm really not concerned about people who get upset about what I'm saying, because I'm not talking about the individual. I'm going after that spirit. I'm going after the spirit of envy that keeps people bound and keeps people starting, growing, and then falling apart. It's something different when you just get disgruntled, you get unhappy, and you walk away. But it's different when you have to make a public spectacle and try to hurt somebody. And I know hurt people hurt people. When you've been hurt, you feel like if you hurt somebody else, you will feel better. But everybody who's ever done that knows it only gets worse. Let me tell you what heals hurt. Healing helps hurt. When you start healing other people, when you start helping other people, your hurt will go away. I'm trying to tell you about the spirit of envy. It starts finding fault with everything and everybody. And what it does to the individual who allows the spirit to take over them, it causes them to be stuck. It causes them to be immobile. They cannot do what they can do because of envy. You have abilities, you have great strides, you have a great mind. So you think the way you think, but when you start watching the way other people think, now you're comparing the way they're thinking to what you're thinking. You say, well, I can't do it like this one. I can't. Let me tell you something. We made a play and a movie. We didn't have the money to hire the professional singers that we know. And I know a lot of professional singers, but we will never disrespect them and ask them to do something for free. We would never Your gift is your gift, and you're supposed to get paid for your gift. But when we were starting new, we did not have enough money to hire professionals. So what happened? We sang our own songs. We wrote our own songs. I wrote a song and I had to play the part because they told me to be in a movie and be in a play, and I don't want to be in no play. I didn't want to be in a movie. I just wanted to stand around and direct it. But I had to be in it. That means I had to sing. And singing publicly is something that makes my hands shake and my heart go palpitating. You wouldn't even believe it. You think that I'm so bold because it's easy for me to talk, but singing is a whole nother paragraph. But my kids, my husband, the team, they were saying, you could do it, First Lady. You could do it, First Lady. We had to do take over, take over, take. Poor Carl Frank was so sick of me, but I kept on trying and I kept on trying. I sang the songs with the best that I could sing them, with all the passion that I had, because the show must go on, because we are doing this project and we're going to get it done if it means I have to step out of my comfort zone and do what I'm not comfortable doing. Not for me, but for the whole team. Full Effect Gospel Ministries benefits from these plays and these movies and films, everything that we're doing. It helps the church because the church helps the community. And so by doing this, I'm helping the church help. You feeling me? I'm helping the church help more people. The church can help a larger community of people if I help the church. So all of those things become a necessary part of the team. Even if I'm uncomfortable, people are around there talking about her. Oh my God, she can't sing. Why would she get up there and sing that song? Or even laughing. I don't care. Laugh all you want to. Meanwhile, we have a product. You probably can sing it better than me, but I was the one who the team could afford to pay, and that was zero, and I took it. And those of you who think you can do things better than other people, I really would like for you to do what you're doing. Somebody was on Facebook one day killing Tyler Perry in his movie, the movie where the lady had to bash the man in the head with the baseball bat, and they was like, "Oh God, this is horrible. It's the worst film here." And I simply thought, can you please show me your filmography? Tell me what you made. Oh, I never made a movie. So then get off this. This is ridiculous. You shouldn't even be doing that, because Tyler Perry is Tyler Perry. And I can go on and on about other people. I could go on and on about singers, people who think they can sing better than other people. I on that one of our friends was putting out a project, a music product, and out of his mouth, he opened his mouth clearly and said, "I hope it doesn't make it to the train station," or something to that effect, something crazy like that. Why would you do that? Why would you say something like that? Because you don't like the person? That's slander. That is envy. It is envy showing its ugly face through yours, and you don't know it looks like dog or cow manure on your face when you do things like that. When someone with a pure mind and pure heart is conversing with you, and that envy spills out, it's like smelling horse dung come out of your mouth. That's how nasty envy is. Anybody with me? Anybody with me? Envy is something that stunts your own growth and your own creativity. So how do we stop it? How do we cure it? We understand, number one, that we are better together. That's why I'm celebrating everybody who bought the movie, everybody who watched the movie, everybody who shared a post about the movie. And what's sad is envy will make you work against something that you are a part of. Members of our own church never commented about the movie. I'm not even going to make a big deal about them, because I'm celebrating those who get the picture. I give everybody a chance to catch up. Some people are just late. Some people are just envious and they're working their way through it. They're going to get it together. By then, they will start supporting. That's how wisdom works. You just wait for people. But you would always almost lose your mind, because you're like, my best friend. I can't believe it. I'm still waiting for some of the people who call me bestie to even say that the movie was good, bad, ugly, anything. I'm getting nothing. I'm getting blanks and zeros. My children put out music. This is phenomenal for them. This is great for them. The songs are excellent. I think so. They have such a good message. And you put the music up and you see 7 likes. You put up something stupid, some sideways meme, and you get 900 likes, and it speaks to envy. Envy won't even let somebody take their finger and press like or press share. Something is going on in their heart, and it's called envy. I don't know who's going to see this. I don't know who's going to share it. I don't know when you're going to see it. Who needs this? You're going to work together with me to rebuke the spirit of envy. Not for me, because Pumpkin, I'm going to keep on doing what I'm doing. We are going to keep on pushing our products. We are going to keep on pushing out movies until this movie looks like a joke. The first movie we ever made, we made a lot of mistakes, but it's a movie. And that's what I keep on saying. We made a doggone movie. And it may not be the best movie, but I know one thing, time is my ally. Time is the great revealer. And all we need is time. And that's something that comes from God. We don't get time from our likes. We don't get time from our friends. We don't get time from our viewers. We get time from God. And when God gives us time, we're going to keep on creating. So envy says, I hope it doesn't, I hope it falls to the ground. I hope everybody hates it, blah, blah, whatever. Envy says that. And meanwhile, what's happening in the invisible background is that when you get ready to do something, I don't care what it is, somebody is there saying the same kind of thing. Somebody is working against yours like you are working against others. And that's why you got to cut it cold turkey. You got to rebuke the spirit of envy. You got to come against it in the name of Jesus. You got to remember that envy, remember what the scripture says. A sound heart, it's back on the screen, is the life of the flesh. You got to bring peace to your heart by rebuking the spirit of envy. It'll give you life. When you rebuke envy, it'll give you life. There are some people who are just envious of other people. They have a nice house. They have a nice car. They have a nice marriage. They have a nice family. And some of the people that are envious of other people, they have the same thing. They have the same thing. They may not have the same house, but they got a nice house. They got a nice marriage. They got a nice family. And somebody's watching them and wishing that they could be like them, but they got their envious green eyes on somebody else. And they just sitting there, we call it hating. Just hate the sound of their voice, hate the sound of their footsteps. And if you're in a relationship, you're in a marriage, and you're envious of your own husband or wife, you better rebuke that spirit. You envy, because if you are envious against the team player, then the team is going to lose. I'm going to say it again. If the team members become envious of the team players, the team is going to lose. There's no way. A house divided against itself cannot stand. Are you here with me? A house divided against itself cannot stand. That is your house. That is a house of God. That is any business activity idea. Once envy kicks in, you're going to lose the battle. And if we're trying to win the battle, we need to focus on the battle and not focus on the people beside us. There are some kids, if you train them young, they'll be all right when they're adults. You have a couple of kids in the house. It's this one's birthday. Because it's Junior's birthday, you got A, B, and C mad because it's not their birthday. You buy something for Junior, they sit up there with that face in a crunch. That's when you rebuke the spirit of envy. And you do not go around and buy everybody something because they're going to be upset because it's Juju's birthday. You teach them that when it's Juju's day, it's Juju's day. And we are a family. We all celebrate Juju on his day. And then when your day comes, we're all going to celebrate you. You got to watch the kids that sit there and say, oh, that's nice what you bought him. When my birthday come, could you get me one? We're not supposed to be thinking about you on Juju's birthday. What we're going to do is celebrate what we got for Juju. And then when your birthday come, we'll talk about yours. Okay? That's how you train children not to be jealous of one another or envious of one another. Do you know the Bible says jealousy is crueler than the grave? People who are envious will kill you. You have to get away from people who are envious of you. There are some people who don't like, they just can't handle your success and all of that. But it's the ones that envy you that you have to be very, very careful about, because one way or another, they'll try to kill you. You've ever been in conversations with people and it's going well. You're talking about somebody and the accomplishments, and you say, oh yeah, I saw that. That was so nice. And in the middle of all that, they say, he's cheating on his wife. You were like, huh? Why would you tell me that? Why you got to throw that in the mix? I didn't ask you this negativity about this person. As a matter of fact, I was celebrating. Now you done planted a seed of disgusting in my heart that wasn't even there. I didn't need to know that. But the person who shares that information with you out the blue, and I know because I used to do it. I used to do it to people. I told you I throw myself under the bus. I used to just throw out negative information. Everybody happy about something, and I say, yeah, but you heard this. And I don't even know why I was doing it. It was demonic. I knew it. But I had something in my heart against this person, and I didn't want people to celebrate that person. So don't think that I am telling you stuff that I don't know what I'm talking about. I know how to rebuke that spirit because that spirit has affected me. And if I can tell the truth about me, you can tell the truth about you. You don't have to tell it to me. You don't have to get on Facebook and do a live. All you have to do is rebuke the spirit. And some people are holding envious feelings toward other people on a lie. It was a bald-faced lie, and you knew it. And you've seen it happen in some of these movies about a white woman who accused a black man of rape, and the whole town went crazy and killed. People were dying over a lie. And that's what envy does. Envy is not happy until people are fighting each other, pulling each other apart. Negativity. I was so distressed when I saw some of the comments about Bishop Hezekiah Walker. He went to sing for George Floyd's funeral in Minnesota. The family asked him to sing Every Praise is to Our God. He posted that he was on the plane going to sing Every Praise for George Floyd's funeral. He gets there, he sings, the people love the song. Everybody's standing up. Sinners, saints alike, stars standing up. The song was good. I see our people, his people. I see black people. I see church people. I see people who make gospel music saying that Bishop Walker went all the way there and sang a song that was inappropriate. He could have thought of a better song. I can't believe it. And it was very nasty. It made my blood, because we can't even love each other enough not to do that to other people. That's horrible. I don't care if you know me and you said that. I'm telling you, that was horrible. Some of you know. I inboxed you. I told you, this is horrible. Take it down. Stop running him down. We are supposed to be working together. Everybody that had the George Floyd protest going on, I see church people. Where is the church? Why are you not out there? Just go your little tail out there and protest. Why you got to put a post? Where's the church now? Where's Pastor this one? Where's the leader? Where are the leaders? Where are you? We can't do this if we keep on coming against each other. Envy is real. I have to protect my children from people who have envy in their hearts. You have to protect yours. You buy your child a nice pair of sneakers because that child is yours and you want them to look a certain way. Envy will rob them. That's why people pick up and move out of the community. That's why when people get money, that's all they do is move out the community because you put your big feet on their fancy cars, because you spit on their tires, because you sit your butt on the top hood of their cars. You don't have any respect for other people's property. Because you don't have a car, you think it's all right to take somebody's mirror and turn it all the way out so you can see if your lip gloss is popping. But meanwhile, you done destroyed somebody's mirror. That's why people move on. It's not because they don't have any love for their community. It's not because they grew up in the projects and now they're hating on the project. It's not that. Because they know that there are certain people in certain areas that do not have respect for what they have. And then, worse than that, there are people who are envious against them. They're trying to kill them. Who wants to go outside of their house and know that somebody who they played on a swing with might take a shot at them because of envy? It's really deep and we have to deal with it. We have to deal with it in ministry. We have families. I'm sick and tired of seeing marriages go south and go down to the ground because husband and wife are jealous of each other. It starts at the top all the way down to the bottom. You got the pastor of the church, and then you got the first lady. She got her crew. He's got it. People don't like the pastor, they friends with the first lady. People don't like the first lady, they friends with the pastor. And they go in there with these envious little demons and they talk against one or the other, and they're building. It's ridiculous. And any good, strong leadership can see it coming and rebuke it flat out. We've had it in our ministry. Bishop, I love to hear you preach, but First Lady, she too mean. First of all, you have a right to feel that way, but we question why you had to say it. It's envy. We have to rebuke the spirit of envy, or else we will not progress. As a people, we cannot progress because we are envious. Every time we get a strong leader, Martin Luther King out there on the front, civil rights leader, and the Pentecostal church talking about, is he smoking a cigarette? He ain't even saved. What difference does it make when the man is out here doing civil activity, giving us progress, while you don't smoke no cigarettes, but you ain't out here doing nothing for nobody but you and your four? Your four and no more. Hand clapping, running the church, and not making a difference in the world. You don't know what kind of relationship this man has with his God. It's personal. Why would you know that? Just because he had a cigarette in his mouth, now he's not a candidate for your good graces. Here's the truth. Nobody needs your good graces. He was doing it without you, and he will continue to do it without you. And that's the problem. If we start working on our own business and they wrote a song, Darlene, that said, I'm going to show my age right now. It was the Pointer Sisters. You said, the best of business in the line of business is to mind your business. Leave other people's business alone. Anybody older than 57, you know that song. It's the truth, because sometimes if we let envy rest in our hearts, we're going to be sitting on the back at the people who ain't scared to ride in the front. I don't need to ride no front. I don't need to ride no front. We got a right to ride in the front now. I don't care what you say. I ain't sitting on the back of nobody's bus, even if I got to stand up and wait for a seat up front, because I have a right to that. And I don't want anybody envying what I see as progress. And that's the only thing. And the only way I would really notice that is if I start paying attention to the people around me. If I become intimidated by the people in the back hating on me or staring at me because I'm sitting in the front, and I get up and move to the back, that's not progress. Progress is, I didn't even notice you. Progress is no matter what you say about my kids, they're going to keep on doing what they're doing. No matter what you say about our church, we're going to keep on doing what we're doing. And no matter what you say about my and I'm not, all y'all get nervous. I'm not talking about just the McKinnises or the full effect. I'm using general statements. Hate on my marriage. I happen to be married, but I ain't talking about me. Anybody. Say whatever you want. Me and my man gonna make this thing tight. Our relationship is gonna be great. Just because yours is falling apart and going to the trash, stay up off my phone. Get off me my text telling me about your man. If it's that bad, then you're gonna need to keep it to yourself because eventually you're gonna want me to start telling you negatively about mine. And everybody got something going on. I'm gonna feel sorry for you, and I'm gonna say, well, you're not the only one going through that. Mine do this, da, 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 da. And the next thing you know, we both feeling like nothing at the end of the conversation or feeling worse. So let's change this and rebuke the spirit of envy. We got to rebuke it from ourselves. And we got to rebuke it from our children. And we got to rebuke it from the people who are on our watch. You're not going to be on my watch and be envious of somebody else. I can pick it up. I can smell it. And I'm coming for it in the name of Jesus because I know that you have potential. I know that you can do more with yourself. And anybody who knows me, we get in a conversation, I'm going to be talking about what you can do. And I'm not afraid to give you an idea that I know will work for you because I creators always create. I will create something else. You gonna say that somebody gonna steal it. I mean, I made statements off the cuff, just came out my head from somewhere. Next thing, people had it on the t-shirt. I'm not mad at them. I'm gonna spend my time, energy trying to chase somebody about a copyright. I'm not doing that because creators always create. God made me a creator. He's a creator. And because he's in me, I'm always going to be able to create. And so can you. If you don't know your place, if you don't know your position, if you don't know how you fit in the world scheme, then check what you do every day. What you do every day is more valuable than you can see. People who envy other people don't spend enough time celebrating themselves. I'm going to say it again. Make a t-shirt about it. People who envy other people do not spend enough time evaluating themselves. I see Darlene on here. I always bother her because she's so nice and she don't mind if I we have so much talent and gifts in our church, and I'm past my time. I'm getting off right now, but we have so many gifts and talents in our church, right? Somebody selling cakes, somebody selling pies, somebody selling chicken wings, turkey wings. We have good talent. We have cooks. We have chefs. We have whatever they do, right? It's good food. They're making a business out of it. We push business. Next thing I know, I see Darlene with her barbecue, ribs. And I love Denise Wade because she's always supporting everybody. She'll go get food from this one, that one, and she's deliberate about it because she believes that love is what love does. Darlene is doing barbecue. I said, somebody else would have said, it's so many people in there selling food. Paulie's Love, that's my sister's catering business. That's my number one spot. She's the best cook in the world to me, but she's not intimidated by other people's business. You do yours. Some days I want Paulie's Love. Some days I want some Deron to fry me some chicken. Some days I want some barbecue. Whatever it is. Sometimes we change our appetite. We don't eat what we used to eat. We're going to find somebody that can put some cauliflower in the air fryer. Whatever it is. We support each other. I make it a personal stance to support everybody. You having a baby, I'm going to find my nickels and dimes. If I got to sell my cans and bottles, I'm going to send you something just because. I'm not envious that you having a baby or another baby. I'm not envious because your marriage is working. I want it to work. I want your business to flourish. I want you to get more customers. I don't want you to quit. That's because I rebuke the spirit of envy. And I trust that if I rebuke the spirit of envy going out, then I can keep that spirit of envy from affecting me. That's part 2. of Rebuking the Spirit of Envy. I'm getting ready to pen a devotional, Rebuking the Spirit of Envy. If I say it, y'all know I'm going to do it. I'm going to write it and I'm going to make it available to you. It's not ready yet and I can't tell you when because we got. I will not push myself too far. We have the boot camp going. We have a lot going on in our ministry. It's just phenomenal. Listen, at 8 o'clock tonight, let me tell you something. My schedule is locked and loaded. I got a lot going on. I love my life. But at 8 o'clock tonight, we're going to celebrate another ministry gift. I, along with my daughter Chelsea, are going to be the guests of Tea Time with Tracy. Tea Time with Tracy. That's our minister, Tracy Hines, who has her own show that comes on at 8 o'clock Facebook Live tonight. And she's doing a conversation with mother and daughter teams. And she's starting with me and my baby girl. So I would really love for y'all to support Tracy. Now, you can always hear about me and Chelsea. You about Tracy. You don't even have, I mean, Chelsea. But what you support somebody. So let's support Minister Tracy Hines. She has a new face. It's just really good. She even has a new song. It's Tea Time with Tracy. My nephew Jarvis made her some music. It's really nice, and I really support her. I love her book. I've advertised it on here before. It's an unbreakable bond between a mother and a daughter. Sometimes, sad as it may seem, mothers and daughters can't get along because of the spirit of envy. Mothers jealous of daughters, daughters jealous of mother. It goes so far. You've seen television shows about it when the mother is dating the daughter's son or the daughter's sneaking up in the room with the mother's boyfriend. Envy. Envy makes you make a fool out of yourself. Envying one another. Mad at mother because she's not as smart as you are. Mad at daughter because she's smarter than you. We really, really got to do better. And I believe that if we keep on dealing with these subjects, if we keep on getting into these subjects, change will happen. And it will happen for all of us. So God bless you. Thank you so much for joining a Lunchtime Live with Lady Doctor. If you want to sow a seed, is Pound Lady Doctor or Healing Truth WM. Listen, it's been my birthday and all my friends have been sewing into me and giving me gifts. I'm not really trying to ask for anything, but some of you might want to do that. I want to make sure that you have that opportunity to do so, and because it can only help you. Give, and it shall be given unto you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together. What? Shall men give unto your bosom? That's what I'm talking about, teamwork. That's how it works. If you give, somebody's going to give to you. If you keep on giving, somebody's going to keep on giving to you. It can come from anywhere because our God is great. That's what's happening in my life. I give, I sow, I support, and every time I turn around, somebody says, God told me to bless you. And if God told you to bless me, then I don't want you to miss your blessing because of whatever. I want you to do whatever God tells you to do. And you can bless me if you want to. And if you don't want to, no, I'm not mad. I love you. I'm going to be right here next Monday at 1 o'clock. So meet me tonight, Tea Time with Tracy. I love you guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful afternoon. I'm reading some of your posts right now. I see Facebook. God bless you all. And do you know, when you say God bless you, I always respond, I receive, because every time you send out a blessing, blessings are real. You read the Bible, you see when Abraham blessed his son, when Isaac blessed his son, the blessings of the Lord will overtake you. So every time somebody blesses me, I receive. I receive. I receive. Thank you for blessing me. And guess what? Boomerang. I bless you right back. In Jesus' name. Now listen to the few. It's a nice song. I don't know which one this is. No, I'm playing this one.
Race for a vaccine, 8 human trials underway, as we've been reporting here.
I'm gonna play this on my way out.
And tonight, what Oxford researchers are now saying about
just a little bit of it. I love you too. Joshua wants to see Trey. This is Trey singing, Joshua. Trey. I'm gonna see if I can get him in here for you, Joshua. Trey, Joshua, whose picture is that? Is that yours? Do you have a mustache? Stop playing. Where is their God? I wrote this one, y'all. I'm trying to get him, Joshua. You like that song? I'm trying to get them for you, Joshua. I know it's time for me to get off my live. Thank you, Joshua. I'm trying to get Trey. I'm going to go get Trey. Hold on. Joshua, I'm sorry. Trey went somewhere. He's not in the building. I'm going to tell him that you're looking for him, and I'm going to make sure he finds you. Okay, Joshua? Ask your mom to bring you by here to see us sometime. Gotta go now. Love you guys. Where is that? Oh, God is in the heavens, where he has always been. Oh, God is in. Wait, I think he's coming. Happy birthday, Agnes. Joshua, the song is on Apple Music or any kind of music download. Ask your mom to find it for you, okay? The whole EP. Thank you so much. That's the one either way. Thank you. Thank you. You got another building I made by hands, and we trust in the one who can heal the land. Now death swallowed up in victory. I should have been off here, but I'm having a good time. In the one story, I believe we are believers. God love the building and we trust in the one who can. Meanwhile, you can share this. Let's share it. Let's get the word out so we can rebuke that spirit of envy all over our world and all over our Facebook. Jeez. One more. Our God is in the heavens, where he has always been. Our God is in miracles, we'll do it again. Our God is with the madness, breathing a second wind. Our God is in believer. The song is called the song is called Either Way, but the EP is called The Few. You can find it if you find it easily if you put in the words Fresh Fire. That's one of the best songs on there. They should probably name this album Fresh Fire, but that's just me. Anybody asking my opinion. I love y'all. I'm out of here. Have a great afternoon. Enjoy your evening, and I hope I see you on Tea Time with Tracy. Love you. Bye.